experience. It's the teacher of all things. Its lessons propel you forward to overcome obstacles and learn how far you can go. It's what makes you, you. And it's at the heart of every Macquarie University degree. It means you can combine virtual and on-campus learning and personalise your degree. With courses co-created by industry leaders and degrees with inbuilt internships, you learn directly from those with experience. When you're powered by our collective, you get the experience you need to get ahead. You become more than just you. You become you to the power of us. Macquarie University.
Good morning. Welcome to this morning's graduation ceremony, a special occasion for graduands on my right and for parents and family as well and friends. There's a few things I need to run through before we start. I will ask that mobile phones please be turned to silent. We appreciate that. You're welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you do not stand and impede the view of people behind. We ask that you don't stand in the centre aisle nor approach the stage at any time. Today's ceremony will be streamed live on Macquarie University's YouTube channel. And graduands, if you've ordered plaques or frames, please collect those at the end of the ceremony around the side where the refreshments are. And there are also studio photographic arrangements around there, so avail yourself of that opportunity. If we need to leave or evacuate at any time, please follow the instructions of the security staff. They will be here if we need them, and we haven't so far, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. And graduands, I need to talk to you now, so I'll be over. I better move. I get zapped. Very loud. Graduates, congratulations and welcome. It's been a long wait. It's been a long wait, hasn't it? Can you hear me? Okay, I'll move this back up. How long? 2 years? 2 years since you finished your studies? I'll stand back here. I don't know what's happening this morning. Anyway, I'll be as quick as I possibly can. Shortly, the academic procession will enter the hall and take their positions on stage. You'll be asked to stand for that. The national anthem will be played, and we ask you to remove your trenchers and then place them and make sure the tassel's on the left. Okay, if it happens to get the other way around, don't worry. There's a couple of young women around the back will sort that out for you. And that's important. I'll tell you why later. Presiding officer is the Pro-Chancellor. He will address you, then there will be an occasional speaker. And the important part now is when you have your degrees conferred upon you. The presiding officer will get assurance from the registrar at that lectern that you have satisfied all the requirements. That's a formality. You obviously have, otherwise you would not be here. Then your degrees will be conferred upon you. You'll be asked to sit. An usher will collect the graduates from the last row, take you around the back, right around that way, and I will give you one of these, or someone will give you one of these. In some cases, it will have your original testamer in there if you happen to have brought it back with you. If not, there'll be a dummy one. Just don't worry, because you probably have it. You should have it at home. And we ask that you put it in your left hand like that. You have a seat ticket. Now, I must ask that the number on your seat ticket corresponds to the seat number. Okay, that's important for us around the back. We want to get the sequence right and give the correct testamer to the right person. We'll bring your seat ticket. If it's in your pocket, leave it there. If not, we'll put it in there. So bring that with you. And your mobile phone. If you don't have a pocket, put that in. Bring it, we'll put it in your left hand and we'll put that in front of it, like that. Okay? Because we don't want you to leave anything behind. And I'll explain shortly why. So you go round the back, one of these, you'll go up the ramp and meet someone at that far corner, in the corner, who will check your name again. Ask you to walk across to the presenting officer, and at that lectern, and there's a little bit of grey tape on the floor. So that's the lectern. It's in about this position. So all they have to do is just sort of turn around and acknowledge that you are there. Read your name, and if you have a Masters of Research, or as a PhD in this case, the presenting officer will read the title of your thesis. Then they will do that, and we ask you to do the same likewise. Okay, you'll then walk across the centre stage. Pro-Chancellor will be here to shake your hand. And we ask you keep that there. And as this photographer keeps reminding me, smile. Otherwise you don't get... So there's two things that happen here. If you forget to do... I don't know what's going on this morning. If you forget to do that, don't worry. Just keep coming. Don't go back and try again. Just keep coming through. And the photograph here is the one and only official photograph. Okay, so look the best. And as he keeps telling me, smile. Because you can't come back in a week's time and say, oh, I don't like that photograph. I think I'll have another one. Sorry, just it won't happen. So here, shake hands, walk off the stage, go through there. See that exit sign? Okay, go through there. Don't do what some did last week and jump off the edge of the stage. Okay, that's not a good look, and it can be dangerous. So down there, back to your row, and an usher will put you in a row. And we ask that you fill up the next available seat, because in most cases you won't be in the same seat that you are now in. So first out, first back. So we've all sat down, and our PhD graduates will have those seats. Now, I don't know why they're empty, but it doesn't matter. So if no one else comes, move yourself along, okay? So no one else sit in those seats, okay? That's theirs. So just take up the available ones there. One of you fine folk will come up and give a graduate's address. We have someone for that? Just do that. Good, good. It saves the others, and it saves me from nominating someone. We've had two occasions where the graduate speaker didn't arrive, but I didn't nominate anyone, so don't worry. I get a lot of frightened looks when that happens, when I say that. Graduate speaker will give an address, then there will be a musical interlude, and then the ceremony will close. Now, before you process out, I'll ask that when you're on stage, no selfies. Okay, we appreciate that. Pro-Chancellor will close the ceremony. They'll process out centre aisle, and graduates, please follow 2 rows at a time. Out through the centre door, round the side for refreshments, where you can greet your family and friends and take as many selfies as you like. So my congratulations to you. Thank you for your patience. You're finally, you would say at the end of your studies, I've made it. And now you can say it again, I've made it. And it's an important day in your life. It's a day you should never miss. Obviously you are not going to, but I know people who can't be bothered going to graduation ceremonies, and they miss out on a very important occasion. Oh, we get some more people now. Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. So you folk will have to pass messages on as to what to do. Watch the person in front of you. What happens when we go round the back, okay? So look, enjoy today. As I say, it's an important day, and have fun, okay? Have fun. Okay, thanks.
Congratulations on your graduation, the start of a bright future, a future that Macquarie University wants to share with you. As a graduate, you are now part of our alumni community, a vast connected network that spans the globe, with thought leadership and networking events, locally and around the world, where you can connect with other alumni, find a future employer or employee. Also, as part of the alumni community, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including special discounts, free access to the library for life, an alumni e-magazine, special events, networks, and career and professional development opportunities. We celebrate and champion our graduate stories and achievements, so stay connected and stay informed. Graduation is an amazing milestone and one step on a lifelong partnership with Macquarie. That's you to the power of us. Stay connected by letting us know where your journey takes you. Simply update your details at mq.edu.au/alumni.
Stay there. Shortly, the Pro-Chancellor and the academic procession will enter the graduation hall, and they've taken their positions on stage. Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Could you please stand for the academic procession?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Puji Molinawul, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter Burrungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here this morning. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly live well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters out of the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no homelessness, no rents or mortgages. Armies were unknown of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources which were needed, which were then distributed according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them, as they had done here at Wallamata for the past 20,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal, people. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and we are normally very good at looking after each other and the country. In fact, in Aboriginal culture, it's the same thing. To look after the country is to look after ourselves. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is normally good, and we are naturally happy people. I would ask that you share your gifts with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yana.
I am pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thanks very much, Chris, for your welcome. For an educational institution like Macquarie University, it's very meaningful to be reminded of earlier practices of education that have taken place on these lands, some going back as much as 20,000 years. So your words add a great deal of significance to the event, so thank you again. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, all our graduands. It's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and their guests a special greeting from the members of our University Council, the governing body of Macquarie University. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. Now, I see that we have a number of small children and even perhaps some babies here today, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. We don't expect young children to stay still or to remain quiet during the length of the graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families, and young children are just as welcome as anyone. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. You've worked very hard to get to this point, and you should feel proud of what you've accomplished. We, as a university, are certainly proud of your achievements, and I'm pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters, and friends of our graduands with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share in one of the greatest days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you too, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Our graduates mightn't realise it, but we're about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say about 1500, and look to see what Western social institutions were around at that time and are still around today, you'd find only about 60, including the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons. All of the rest of the institutions that survive from that time are universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones we're wearing and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university around the world and its students. We all realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient institutions. In fact, we're just short of 60 years of age. Though we're amongst the younger universities in the world, we're very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony. We all know that youth, however, has advantages. Macquarie is a very modern, forward and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research, excellence, research engagement and impact. We're continually progressing by extending our research partnerships, course offerings and facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built upon a collaborative and connected learning community. Even though this recent couple of years have been a period of great challenge for all of us, it remains a very exciting time for Macquarie University amidst much change as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. Macquarie has over 214,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear we're looking forward, we're on the move, and so are you. Some of the things we all value so much about Macquarie, however, will never change. The friendliness, inclusiveness and approachability of our staff and students is often commented on by visitors to the university, both from Australia and from overseas. This is inherent to our culture and we intend that it will always be so. Remember, you will always be welcome here. Macquarie will always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters might diverge. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. Ladies and gentlemen, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ms. Jazz Chambers. Jazz Chambers is chair and co-founder of Ocean Decade Australia, an organisation dedicated to a step change in Australia's and Australians' relationship with the ocean throughout the United Nations declared Ocean Decade 2021 to 2030. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Marine Ecology and Psychology in the 1990s, Jazz recognised early that her life work would not be as a Nobel Prize winner in the sciences. Discovering she was good at talking about science, Jazz went on to study communications. She's worked in the STEM sector for universities and government, and while working in international science diplomacy, realised that Australia's approach to ocean matters is fragmented and that it will take all of us to connect the dots to make a difference. I now invite Ms. Jazz Chambers to deliver the occasional address.
Good morning. How are you all feeling? It's okay. It won't trip. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today as well. I'm going to try my hardest. Wallumattagal clan of the Darug Nation. I pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging, and the ancient knowledge, practices and custodianship of country that for millennia has recognised the connectedness of things. Pro-Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, families and friends who are here today, welcome. And graduates, congratulations. Today is all about you. I'm going to invite you, though, to just take a moment and look around the room and actually really place yourselves here. You might be sitting next to people that you've never met before because you're probably in alphabetical order, and you probably have already looked over and seen where family and friends are sitting. But take also a moment to look at the people up here on the dais, people who have educated you and challenged you. All of these people have invested in you in some way. They have high expectations of you, and you have met them. And at least for the next hour, we are all connected in celebrating your achievement in graduating. Today you graduate with an education in a country that is stable, peaceful, wealthy, and from one of the best universities in the world. I encourage you to remain connected to the university in the years to come. Universities are important institutions and enduring ones, as you've heard. Places of knowledge creation and big ideas, but they require people, staff, students, alumni, employers and community to connect, to create that knowledge and test those big ideas. Connectivity is what I want to talk to you about today. There are several things that connect all of you graduating. The first being your education from this place, which is a privilege and a responsibility for you to now share with others. And I would say that you are particularly privileged because I understand that all of you are about to graduate with qualifications in the sciences and engineering. You can see my colours on the back here too. You now have a language and a way of thinking that is more rare than it is common, and you have many important tools in your kit for the adventure you now get to take. But I'm going to focus on two things: the scientific method and systems thinking. As you know, the scientific method is a way of thought and practice where we rigorously make observations, we gather the data, form theories, test predictions, and interpret the results. This must be repeatable to be reliable. And usually you need others to join and partner with you in doing that. Science and engineering, like life, must be played as a team sport. It's definitely more fun with others. As part of your education, I am sure you've had the benefit of thinking about problems and challenges from a systems perspective, making connections and links between sometimes seemingly unrelated things. We occupy this planet in just such a system, a biosphere of land, ocean, and climate, which when healthy and resilient underpin thriving societies, which in turn lead to productive economies, where we work in industries, organisations, and in teams. We are part of a nested system. The scientific method and systems thinking have trained you how to think in a particular way. And as you continue your working life, I believe that you actually finished your qualifications a year or so ago, you may have already discovered that your way of thinking, the language you can now speak, the knowledge you can now employ, will be different to the way many others you work with have been trained. It will make you very valuable, increasingly valuable. It may also make you a bit annoying, because I have found people with these skills really like to ask the question, why? Don't let being annoying put you off. Ask it anyway. Or, sometimes better, figure out a way to get someone else to ask it instead of you. Do not squander these special superpowers. Use them in whatever fields you work, because all aspects of our economies need your thinking, from retail to the arts and culture, finance, research, infrastructure, education, hospitality, and government. And believe me, that metaverse, whatever that is going to need these skills too. I say this way of thinking will make you valuable because I've had first-hand experience of trying it out. My teammates and I have been talking to and listening to thousands of people across our nation about what success for the ocean could look like for Australia by 2030 and how we would measure that success. Our scientific training has prepared us to connect and communicate with ocean users and stakeholders, which turns out to be everyone, by the way, to gather data, interrogate and interpret that information, and then share back those results in ways that make sense for the stakeholders. This is important if you're trying to convince people to invest in something, and I have found that that's what most of life is about. Using your skills to convince a diverse range of people to invest their time, their effort, hearts, their brains, maybe their money, in something that you believe is important. It needs to be important to them too. At Ocean Decade Australia, we believe we need to do more in order to address the challenges the ocean faces, but also to make the most of the vast opportunities that are available. We need people who understand systems and science, working from ocean food to ocean finance. It's a thing, look it up. Ocean energy, technology, tourism, shipping, trade, and connecting effectively with our Pacific neighbours. It has been predicted that the blue economy will be globally valued, conservatively I might add, at over $3 trillion and will provide hundreds of millions of jobs by 2030. And it should be your generation who are the beneficiaries of creative, brave and innovative decisions and actions that decision makers need to take now. Many of the graduates here, I think there's some marine science people, will know the centrality of the ocean to human survival. The ocean is the lungs of our planet. Indeed, it produces every second breath that we take. More generally, as STEM graduates, it will be you people who will harmonise the galaxies of science, engineering, technology and maths with the worlds of business, finance, accounting, social sciences, the arts and government, bringing scientific methodologies and systems thinking to the decision-making tables. So, that was pretty heavy stuff. Because I'm a very practical person, and for many years had wonderful jobs employing people, including lots of new graduates, I thought I would also give you some practical advice. One of my favourite things to do was to have new graduates answer the telephone. It takes skill to answer a telephone well and to communicate helpfully, it's people nodding, helpfully with the person on the other end. Perhaps instead of emailing or texting next time, pick up the phone and practice this skill. People on this side of the audience might also appreciate that. It is still one of the best convincing tactics there is, and these days it's actually surprising to get a phone call, and that can be a strategic advantage. My second piece of advice is to write. To write your thoughts on paper makes them intentional, and as you iterate your thinking, it will become more and more clear, which is vital to communicating an idea that has cut through. Again, not many people I've come across spend time honing this skill. I have discovered that unexpected things can occur when you write something down. My best ideas have tended to happen. Finally, be respectful of other people's time. You can do this by doing your research, employing the scientific method, considering the system, and cultivating your curiosity. Connect those dots and make your case for investment. You have all of those skills at your fingertips, and with practice you can and will achieve amazing and unexpected things for all of us here. I wish you all the very best for a wonderful adventure. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jazz, for giving up your time to come here today and also for those insightful and wise words. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies like this one and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for awards. I now call on our Acting Registrar, Dr. Leanne Holt, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, The graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. I now call on Professor Grant Hose, Associate Dean, Research Innovation of the Faculty of Science and Engineering, to present the graduates. Professor Hose.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, and welcome to Macquarie University. While our graduates are making their way to the stage, I'd like to take a few moments to give you a bit of a background and an overview of the Faculty of Science and Engineering here at Macquarie, of which we are so very proud. We are a dynamic faculty, driven by the spirit of discovery, striving to nurture the next generation of science and technology innovators. We now serve nearly 6,000 undergraduate students across all of our programs. We supervise and progress more than 400 high degree research students undertaking their Masters and PhDs across a wide range of specialist disciplines. We have more than 600 staff comprising academic, professional and technical staff. Our research and our teaching tackle and address the big issues faced by society in Australia and globally: the changing environment, future materials and fuels, biotechnology and cybersecurity, just to name a few. We are excited by the pairing of engineering and science in a single faculty here, which means that many of our research discoveries in science see direct technological applications in engineering. Exciting research currently underway here ranges from developing new ways of producing hydrogen to nature-based solutions to tackle climate change impacts. We are also active in many industry partnerships, commercial collaborations and joint enterprise initiatives with government, industry and business partners. From 2022, we have restructured our faculty with a number of new departments being amalgamated into schools, a process that will underpin even greater collaboration across both teaching and research. Our faculty now comprises 2 research departments, Applied Biosciences and Australian Astronomical Optics, Macquarie, and 4 schools. We have the School of Computing, the School of Engineering, the School of Mathematical and Physical Sciences, and the School of Natural Sciences. We are also home to a number of world-class research centres, including, as I mentioned, Australian Astronomical Optics, Macquarie, the Australian Research Centres of Excellence in Synthetic Biology and for Engineered Quantum Systems, just to name a few. We are very proud of all our achievements and of our graduates. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering whom you have admitted degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours, First Class in Computer Engineering, with the degree of Bachelor of Sciences, Benjamin Champness, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Louise Taylor Douglas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Tristan Siu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Robert Farella. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours, First Class in Software Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nicholas Mangano. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours First Class with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Thomas Jeffrey. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Sernuri Randula Patirana. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Mitchell Stott. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electronics Engineering, Neha Babu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours First Class in Mechanical Engineering, Christina Norman. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Riley James Belecki. Jessica Byrne. Nicholas Donald Harmon Heath. Radwan Helu. Ferdus Hidayat. Harrison Kraus. Kelvin Matthew Beltran Mandado. Daniel James Ramiley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering, Peter Batt. William Monk. Nicole Natalie Tan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours First Class in Software Engineering, Anthony Heng. Bradley Kenny. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering, Frankie Wei Chun Yan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Telecommunications Engineering, Nicholas Nunez. Ratnayaka Mudiyasalaga Waranga Lakshan Ratnayaka. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours First Class, Mark Avery. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, Aaron Patrick Angel. D.E. Chen. Navdish Chopra. Jason Goodlace. Costa Chris Hanania. Sadia Hussain. Mahaya Godage Don Tilan Chamli Mahaya Goda. Max Albert Meltzer. Paola Gabriela Ricaldi Andrade. Dalina Tong. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Lauren Goodwin, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Jeet Parikh. Tanya Sidana. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Advanced Science, Taysha Allen. Sophia Armeni, who has who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Amelia Armstrong. Andrew Christopher Blunsdon. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Rebecca Jean Hasty. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Marine Science, Mitchell John Kappa. Alex Rosnyoy. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences, Neil Floran Alberto. Nishat Anjum. Muamina Benhadu. Connor Stephen Clark. Stephen Jacob Farbenblum, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Dahlia Fairhard. Sarah Hraderi. Selena Hansen. Danielle Junaidi. Ali Kazwini. Anjali Manoj Mandalia. Bianca Angelica Macchio. Christopher Rourke. Sade Sade. Zara Safdari. Hagop Shishoyan. Jackson Dominic Shishkovich, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Yokesh Vignesh Skandakumaran. Laura Strasberg. Asta Ferma. Sanjit Prinav Vijayakumar. Irene Chow. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Usma Akbari. Taylor Louise French. Ruben David Garnoum. Harry Mark Gray. Sutkaret Kaur. Selena Caroline Koshak. Sophie McRae. Ellen Maria Papadimitriou. Charlotte Pesey. Srishti Priya Roy. Jonathan Mikhail Serrano. Ben Whiteley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Conservation Biology. Amy Marie Aquilina, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Taylor Catherine Bliss Henahan, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Juria Chanachai, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Harini Krishnan. Jaden Thomas Maloney. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering in Electronics Engineering. Lubaba Mashiat Ali. ASM Ashfaq. Sose Piriala Ibisobia Bagshaw. Utshush Das. Karanvir Singh. Prabin Kaki. Muhammad Usman Liaquat. Adnin Tazri Natasha. Sajan Rahman. Harshad Sunil Rane. Syed Nazmus Saqib, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Sanjaya Shrestha. Sachin Singh. Ashush Tariq. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering in Network and Telecommunications Engineering. Uzma Ali. Saraf Anjum. Bullock Aryal. Ruben Awale. Pranav Chandrasekhar Balarayo. Rushi Rajnish Borhade. Neelaksh Chib. Protoma Chaudhry. Praveen Keshan. Mayur Karad. Samson Lamikane. Abhishek Kumar Rakesh Kumar Mishra. Satish Pockrell. Akansha Saraswat. Shiraj Pamarand Sewant. Yasin Sayed. Pro-Chancellor, a high degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation to a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Justine Ann Channing, for a thesis entitled Shifting Sands, Tracking Erosion Trends in Middens Using RPA and 3D Models. Christine Elizabeth Shivas, for a thesis entitled Using eDNA to Understand the Impacts of Anthropogenic Disturbance on Tropical Estuaries. Kyle Matthew Goodman, for a thesis entitled Ontogenetic Changes in the Tooth Morphology of Bull Sharks, Cacarinas lucas. Jack Castle Jones, for a thesis entitled Chronostratigraphy of the Lower Cambrian Forked Tree Limestone. Lincoln McGregor for a thesis entitled Mapping the Spread of Invasive Cane Toads, Rhinella marina in Southern Australia. Justin Michael McNabb for a thesis entitled Tritodotoxin Identified in Polyclad Flatworms of Temperate Eastern Australia. Olivia Turnbull for a thesis entitled Exploring the Diversity and Evolution of Fish Phyromes. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Ed Stan Fernandez for a thesis entitled Game Theoretic Approach to Flexible Demand-Side Energy Management for a Smart Neighbourhood. Dr. M.D. Tazbarul Islam for a thesis entitled Achieving Circular Economy for the E-Waste Sector in Australia. Dr. Mohammed Kashif for a thesis entitled Enhanced Control Approaches for Harmonic and Reactive Power Support for Improving Grid Power Quality. Dr. Naila Mukhtar for a thesis entitled Machine Learning-Based Side Channel Analysis of Cryptographic Chips. Dr. Mohammed Sohrab Hassan Nazimi for a thesis entitled Transactive Energy Management for Residential Distribution Networks with Distributed Energy Resources. Dr. Abu Sadat Sayem, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Development of Optically Transparent, Flexible and Robust Antennas by Using Conductive Mesh Polymer Composites. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Pro-Chancellor, I call on Justin McNabb, who graduated with a Master of Research, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. McNabb.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests, I feel incredibly honoured to speak to you all today and wanted to start by congratulating the new graduates that are here. This ceremony and the days moving forward are truly a testament to everything that you have endured and overcome in the past few years. We are all a sum of our experiences, and studying in the past few years has been quite an experience. There is an obvious elephant in the room that I wasn't sure if I would bring up in this speech, because I'm sure everyone has heard countless spins on studying during COVID. However, I think it needs to be acknowledged as one of the greater hurdles that we all climbed over to be here today. There is a theory that I think is a good metaphor for reflecting on our past couple of years called the adjacent possible theory. It comes from evolutionary biology and states that an animal can only adapt to complex environments through incremental changes. Once those changes occur, more options become available. However, it is impossible to predict what the next set of options will be without making that first change. It is a logical and understandable theory, and that was a summary, but it is often adapted outside of biology in a range of fields. And I think it relates to our collective experience, as we were setting ourselves up for our study or planning our experiments, none of us could have expected the pandemic to come in and disrupt our plans like it did. We all very quickly learned that to stay above water, we needed to make the changes to open new opportunities, even if they weren't the ones that we wanted, to keep ourselves going forward. And even small increments counted as progress. Speaking to my own experience in my research year, there were several times where the only thing I had energy for were small tasks that didn't feel like they counted for much. If it hadn't been for a strong support group from inside and outside the university that honestly was going through similar changes and adapting to new opportunities, I know I couldn't have gotten here at all. So moving forward into your future careers, future study, or just future uncertainties, I hope that you all take away these lessons. Even small increments, or small incremental efforts can help you adapt to the most complex of environments, and any steps in the right direction count as progress no matter the size. New opportunities will open to new possibilities, and worrying about predicting the future perfectly is impossible. And the support that you surround yourself with now helps in more ways than you know. I wish you all the best in the future and hope that you enjoy the celebrations that you all definitely deserve. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin, and congratulations again. And it's salutary to be reminded of a lot of the challenges that the graduates have had to undergo in the last couple of years to be here today. So thank you for that.
Bambino,
That was Angela Brewer, who's the CEO and Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia. Could you please join me again in thanking her for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians this morning on the organ, Heather Moen Boyd. And on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who've come today to help celebrate this occasion. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly doesn't represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you're now part of the bigger global Macquarie family. Our alumni network, as I mentioned earlier, has well over 200,000 members spanning more than 140 countries around the world, and it now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you back again on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times you spent here as a Macquarie University student, not only the good times. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world isn't only changed by the great leaps forward made by people like Albert Einstein or Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a small gesture, a kind word, can make an enormous difference. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learnt here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember the people who've helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I want you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamers on your seats behind you and turn around to face your families and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Okay, turn around now, but don't sit down. Here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic staff who've supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamers from the seat behind you, since the official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over the centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music, which begins, Gaudiemus igitur dum sumus juvenes. In translation, this graduation song starts, Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young. The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and above all, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly I'll lead the official party to be followed by the graduates, and I then invite everyone to join for some light refreshments outside. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudeamus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.